So I got this Miata and I was not passing the broomstick test sitting straight up. I could lean the seat a bit back and pass the broomstick test. Apparently that's what a lot of people are doing, but you know, nice to sit in a more natural driving position. I bought the Jass Performance rails and they're pretty cool. They definitely gave me a decent drop in height. They definitely gave me a decent drop in height. Easily passing the broomstick test in my preferred, more upright position. All right, finally got this seat off over here. And what I needed was this E12 socket, which I had to buy in the set, 3/8 inch driver, an extension, and a 3/8 inch breaker bar. This is 18 inches, I think. It was still a pain, but it fit. Ooh, this is a tight fit. Okay, gotta go watch the guy do this on the video again. Ooh, videos are so important, guys. Technique is the way to do these things. Oh. Push in and pull outward. Damn, it's really tight though. Tons of room in this Miata. Look at this. You just take the seat out entirely and you could fit like a normal person. And they need a 14mm socket, which I don't have. My one set caps out at 12mm, the other caps out at breaker bar, absolutely required for getting those screws loose. Holy crap. Yeah, I had to pop it back up on the bench for this part. Got the first screw out. So now with these rails, with these bolts removed, the rails kind of lift right off except for this guy right here. So the next thing we're supposed to do is remove this tensioner, and then supposedly this whole thing lifts off. Well, I got it. The video kind of skipped over this, and I guess I did too, but I pulled it out and then I just kind of lifted and wiggled and stuff, all this stuff. It took two hands and a bit of brute force, but it doesn't seem to have damaged anything. Well, it wants me to bend these two tabs right here inward to enable the lowest seating position. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the lowest seating position, but it seems pretty harmless. Gonna give it a shot with a piece of wood and a hammer. Well, that was pretty fast and easy. These things are a little tighter than they were before, but they slid right on sideways, no problem. Oof. So we got these things on, but the seat doesn't actually fit with the bracket positions. Might be hard to see here, but right here, the trim is pressed right up against the shape of the floor panel, the trim from the seatbelt bottom. So it can't come to the right. Some quick thoughts about the Jass Performance seat lowering rails. So I'm 5'10", wanted an upright driving position, and the seat lowering rails definitely helped me pass the helmet test where I wasn't before. As advertised, they give you over an inch of extra clearance, but you might have heard about the angle of the seat, and as you can see, the seat back right here, my shoulder is kind of lower than where the seatbelt is coming out. So for comparison, same car. Here's the unmodified passenger seat, and you can see the shoulder seatbelt's in a bit more of a natural position. I've got the speakers a bit closer to my ears. You know, where do you guys sit on your seats in your car? As you can see, the 2-inch drop right there. All right, we got the seat back raising kit in the mail, and it's time, once again, to take the seat back out. It was much easier to take out than the first time. Got those bolts out, and now we got to remove the negative battery terminal. This is a 10mm, I think. Before doing anything else, very important step. And also, before we do this, we're making sure we waited a few minutes after disconnecting that battery, because it does have a capacitor in there. Don't want the airbag going off. You can see much more clearly when the seat's out where the actual bolts are positioned. And I'll say again, if I didn't say before, that the last bolt you take out is going to be the most difficult one, just because of the way the pressures of the seat are. So definitely do not leave that one for last. This makes sense. So it wants us to disconnect these 3 bolts and then align this hole with this bolt. That's why it's a fixed raise that it does. Back on the other side, we're again seeing this cover that I had to cut into a bit, so I'm gonna have to take that back off. This comes right off because I had cut into this a month ago when installing, and I meant to order another one of these. They're not very expensive, maybe 3D print one or something, but you know, I completely forgot about it, and I never had an issue. I've adjusted the seat several times, so probably just gonna leave it and stick with this one that can slide off. Well, I guess I should have done these at the same time originally, because these bolts need to get taken out. This can't move sideways, it's mounted to the seat. It's got another one on the other side. There's another bolt like this, right? Like that, just over there. So, nope, wrong again. This screw is not blocked by the bracket. That screw is the bracket. So I'm gonna, nope, you just gotta recline the seat. Oh my God, this took me hours to figure out. I really didn't want to break anything, and I'm glad I didn't. Okay, yeah, so that wasn't bad at all. So I loosened that screw, didn't take it all the way out, and then this easily popped inward. I slid this thing up and it popped right back out. All right, some updated thoughts. It's been about a month since I installed that seat back raising bracket with these Jass Performance seats. You can see my shoulder position much better than the original video in terms of the seat belt, and I would honestly highly recommend this seat back raising kit for anyone that's doing the Jass Performance seat lowering, because the geometry of the seat just changes so much. I just don't think it could be comfortable for anyone of any height, really, without this back raising kit. I originally thought this was only for like really tall people, because they seem to be, as a company, trying to fit 6'5" people into Miatas, and I'm 5'10", but no. For the price of the 2 of them, it is about the price that you would pay for just another seat. So for me, I really like having these speakers in the seats and just enjoy the comfort of these leather seats. They're really nice. So I don't know, maybe bucket seats sometime in the future as a temporary thing, but for me, I'm very happy to have spent this same amount of money to get these comfortable seats that I can take to the track. So you can see a bit off to the side, I am sitting quite a bit lower, but these 2 seats are actually, with the backrest raising kit, the tops of them are much more aligned than they were with just that 1 seat lowering. It felt to me at the time like it was a flimsy plastic piece, but actually it's been great. You hardly notice it. Much more comfortable, and still easily passing that broomstick test.